These are the mechanics from Elkhart, Indiana, the RV manufacturing capital of the world, desperately trying to warn you about the 2026 RV disaster unfolding in their service bays. Dealerships are pushing record sales with flashy marketing and financing deals, but the technicians actually working on these units are witnessing quality so catastrophic that one longtime dealer called it some of the worst stuff I have seen in 30 years. What they are seeing isn't just disappointing build quality or minor defects. We are talking about safety failures so severe they triggered emergency recalls in February 2026, including a National Highway Traffic Safety Administration recall 26V057 for thermoheat heating systems that literally catch fire, and recall 26V058 for seat bases that come loose while driving, violating FMVSS 207. Seating system standards. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration issued multiple recalls on February 9th alone, with some manufacturers telling owners to stop driving their brand new recreational vehicles entirely because of fire risks. But here is what the industry does not want you to know. This crisis has been building for years, and 2026 represents the culmination of problems that make these recreational vehicles some of the worst financial decisions you could make right now. Let's start with the numbers that should terrify any potential buyer. Current data shows that 3 out of every 10 RVs will suffer a major breakdown by just their second year on the road. By year 5, that jumps to 8 out of 10 units experiencing significant problems. Nearly every RV will have major issues by its 8th year. This is not normal wear and tear. This is fundamental construction failure happening at an industrial scale. The depreciation alone should stop you in your tracks. Buy a new American Class B conversion van for $120,000, and it is worth $80,000 the second you drive it off the lot. That is a $40,000 loss before you have traveled a single mile. Class A motorhomes like the Grand Design lineage and Class C units lose 15 to 20% of their value in the first year, then continue bleeding 10 to 15% annually for the next few years. By year 5, the average RV has lost 36 to 38% of its original value. But here's the real kicker. You are not even buying quality for that premium price. The COVID era fundamentally broke RV manufacturing, and the industry never recovered. During the pandemic boom, manufacturers hired workers off the street with no experience, and they cranked out units as fast as possible to meet demand. Quality control became a suggestion rather than a requirement. An East Coast dealer revealed the brutal truth. They said that RV manufacturers are building them as fast as they can, and there simply is not any quality control. Manufacturers are not doing a good job of taking care of their customers. It has gone from bad to worse. Another industry veteran was even more direct. They said it is some of the worst stuff they have seen in 30 years. It is horrendous inside and out. The consolidation crisis makes everything worse. Thor Industries, which owns Airstream, Keystone RV, Jayco and Heartland, and Berkshire Hathaway-owned Forest River now control roughly 80% of the entire RV market through their dozens of subsidiary brands. This is not competition driving quality. It is a near monopoly that is cutting corners to maximize profits. When smaller companies with good reputations attract customers, these giants simply buy them out and strip away the quality that made them popular in the first place. Even legendary Airstream, once the gold standard of American RV quality, was purchased by Thor Industries. Owners of newer Airstreams now report quality issues like popping rivets and leaking windows that were unheard of when the company was independent. This is the private equity playbook. Buy a respected brand, gut the manufacturing quality to increase margins, and ride the reputation until it is destroyed. The warranty trap compounds these problems into a nightmare scenario. Extended warranties sound protective under the Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act, but they are actually another profit center for dealers. They buy policies at reduced rates, mark them up by huge percentages, and then pressure you into financing the warranty along with the RV. But here is the cruel irony. Having a warranty does not speed up repairs. Current delays at RV repair facilities stretch 4 to 6 months for basic warranty work. One owner reported that their dealer said there was a 4-month waiting list, and they would have to leave their RV and wait in line. There is no option to bring it back when parts arrive. Just park your investment and hope. Most warranty companies will not pay if you perform your own repairs, creating a catch-22. Deal with the repair facility and lose most of your camping season, or fix it yourself and forfeit reimbursement. The shortage of qualified RV technicians makes this crisis even worse. There simply are not enough skilled workers to handle the volume of repairs needed, which contributes directly to those painfully long wait times. Even when parts are available, there may not be anyone qualified to install them. Meanwhile, the dealership scam operates on multiple levels that most buyers never see coming. They use a system called the Spader cost line system, which makes the asking price sound like the dealer's cost, when in reality it is their required minimum profit margin. A $200,000 motorhome that costs dealers $133,300 can be listed with a cost line of $185,781. You think you are getting a $14,000 discount off the manufacturer suggested retail price, when the dealership is actually making over $52,000 in profit. Floor planning adds another layer of deception. Not a single unit on most dealer lots is actually owned by the dealership. It is all financed by banks at 1.5% interest. So that $200,000 coach only costs the dealer $2,000 if it sits on their lot for an entire year. They have enormous room to negotiate because their real investment is almost nothing. The financing arrangements generate even more hidden profits. A dealership that sells 70 units per month makes over $2 million annually just in finance charges. They arrange the loan, take a percentage, and then push extended warranties and accessories with massive markups, all rolled into monthly payments that hide the true cost. The 2026 model year brings specific new dangers. The February recalls revealed thermoheat heating pad failures with fire risks so severe that NHTSA advised owners not to drive affected vehicles pending development of a remedy. Other recalls involved improperly tightened seat bases that could loosen during crashes and detachable roof caps that create safety hazards. These are not isolated incidents. They are symptoms of systemic quality failure. Certain Grand Design Solitude fifth wheels and 2025 to 2026 lineage motorhomes have driver and passenger seats that may have been improperly tightened, causing bases to loosen and increasing injury risk in crashes. When basic safety components like seats are not properly secured at the factory, what does that tell you about less visible systems? The legal system is overwhelmed with recreational vehicle problems. Lemon law filings for recreational vehicles jumped from 15,000 in 2022 to over 22,000 in 2023. California alone saw over 22,000 lemon law cases in 2024, with numbers expected to surpass 25,000 cases that year. These units are sitting broken on dealer lots instead of at campsites. Industry roadside assistance data reveals that over 30% of early spring calls relate to battery failures and tire issues that should have been caught during basic quality control. These are not wear items failing after years of use. These are brand new components failing immediately, because of poor manufacturing standards. The market manipulation extends to RV shows and sales tactics. People fall in love with display models at RV shows, but dealers push them toward brand new units instead. They say, "Of course, we just need to call and get it prepped for you, which will take a few days." What you get delivered often bears little resemblance to the carefully prepared show model that caught your eye. Here is what mechanics want you to understand. The era of widespread quality in American RV manufacturing is over, and the big brands are banking on you not noticing. They are counting on LED lights and flat-screen televisions to distract you from the cheap materials rotting inside the walls. As one industry observer put it, most Americans will not pay for quality when they buy things. For most folks, price is the deciding factor. Manufacturers have responded by making price the only consideration that matters, and they have systematically destroyed quality to hit price points. The 2026 RV market represents the convergence of every negative trend in the industry. The COVID-era quality collapse, corporate consolidation, dealer manipulation, and regulatory failure. RV. A project's wholesale shipments will increase to 349,300 units in 2026. Each unit represents a potential financial disaster for unsuspecting buyers. The mechanics begging you to avoid 2026 RV models are not trying to hurt the industry. They are trying to protect you from the industry. They see the consequences of these manufacturing failures every day in their service bays. They know the truth that dealers and manufacturers do not want you to discover until it is too late. Your best defense is simple. Avoid 2026 RV models entirely. If you must buy, consider used units from before the COVID manufacturing collapse. Get independent pre-purchase inspections, and never trust dealer financing or warranty sales pitches. The mechanics have spoken. The question is whether you will listen before it costs you tens of thousands of dollars.